Welcome to Enlightened World Network. I'm Kathy Caputo. I'm an interfaith minister and former staff minister of the Center for Spiritual Living, Long Island. I'm a children's book author of Hado Bear's Secret. Hado Bear is a child's guide to a positive life. And I'm also founder of our not-for-profit organization, Source of Guidance, that helps families and children in crisis, children that are seriously ill, hospitalized, or special needs children. And so later on, after the meditation, I'll tell you a little bit more about how you can reach me or if you have any questions. So the title of my talk today, my meditation, is In the Stillness, We See the Light. You know, so often we see through the lens of our human eyes and through our own consciousness. One of the things that we have to remember is that we're all made out of the creator source, and we all have the mind of the creator source within us. And that mind is pure, unconditional love, peace, joy, beauty, and order. And because of that, Source always sees everything it created through that pure, perfect lens. But it's in the stillness that we're able to see through the pure and loving eyes of the Creator. So let's experience the gift of seeing through the eyes of the Creator right now together through this meditation. So just remember that you are in a safe, loving place right now. And if you're willing and you're in a safe place to do so, just close your eyes and feel that atmosphere of unconditional love. And so that you can concentrate on the meditation, just take everything in your mind and put it outside. You can always come back to the to-do list or anything else that you need to do today. And please place your hand over your heart. And we're going to take a few deep breaths. And so on the in-breath, I would like you to focus on your heart and feel the unconditional love and peace that Spirit Creator has already put there. And on the out-breath, release any tension, any stress, or any discomfort. And we can take one more in-breath of focusing on that peace and that unconditional love. And then on the out-breath, release any tension, any stress, any discomfort. And just one more time, concentrate on your heart. Feel that unconditional love and that peace. And on the out-breath, release all tension, stress, and any discomfort. And now I'd like you to imagine a beautiful reservoir of pure, pristine water. And it's right at the edge of a city. Now, the city can be at the bottom of a beautiful mountain. It could be near a lake or a body of water. And that pure water comes through a clean, open, and pure conduit to that city. And it goes through all the different pipes, and it goes through each of the homes and the buildings. And it flows to the city as that pure water. But it goes through the conduit that goes to the city. And I would like you to imagine or see that you are walking through that city now. Go down the streets and feel that beautiful, beautiful water. See it as God sees it, as the Creator sees it, and feel the atmosphere of joy right there. And you'll see beautiful homes, beautiful buildings. You'll see children playing in the street, having fun. You'll see people that are friendly, people from all different customs, faiths, physical characteristics, beliefs, and they're all getting together in harmony and in that joy and in peace. And you'll see people helping each other, loving the fact that they can help each other. And every person has everything they need for a happy and a healthy life. And you see that there's places to meet and eat, and there's stores to shop in. And this is a beautiful place that you're seeing. But this is what Spirit sees, what God sees, what our Creator Source sees, because it is seen through that beautiful conduit through which all that pristine water came through. And the water represents the consciousness, the pure consciousness of Source. And so, since Source has that pure consciousness, it can only see beauty. And so, this is what you're seeing now. And notice how you're feeling, seeing through the eyes of Source. Is it bringing up any emotion in you? Are you feeling anything in your body as you're seeing through the eyes of Source? So just walk through the city a little bit more and notice if is there anything else that pops out at you of being beautiful that I haven't talked about? Is there anything else that brings up an emotion or a physical feeling to you that is so positive and so loving and so joyful? And just stay in that a few more moments. And now that you've seen the city through the eyes of Source, I'd like you to go back to that reservoir. And once again, see all of that pure, pristine water. I want you to know that your world also starts at that reservoir of pure water. And now imagine or see in your mind's eye that you're going through your world. What are you seeing? Are you seeing the beauty that Source sees? Maybe you are, and maybe there's some parts of it that you're not seeing that beauty. And that's really okay. Don't be alarmed. If you're having an emotion that, or a reaction that, oh, I'm not seeing that. Just walk through the city a little bit more. Acknowledge what you're seeing. Acknowledge your emotions and any physical sensations that you're having. See each building, see each home. See the people on the street, how they're treating each other. Are they treating each other with kindness? Do they have compassion? Do you see children having fun? Do you see people helping each other? And if not, it's just your consciousness. It's the conduit through which that water is flowing to you, to your eyes, and to that city. And it's really just a matter of being human. And sometimes there's sediment in that conduit, or there's residue that equals anger or resentment, holding on to hurts or guilt or blame or fear or hate, low self-esteem, lack, difficulty, or any negativity. And it only brings a distorted vision and a distorted experience. And remember, it's just an effective human life. But how can we see through the eyes of Source again while we use this human life, while we go through it, while we're in this human body with these human eyes? Well, it's in the atmosphere of that silence that we can go back to our hearts and feel the unconditional love and peace again that Source has already put there. Now, those things are unconditional. They can never be taken away and they can never be diminished, but we can forget about it. We might have turned away from it, but by the practice of going back to the heart, we can start to remove that sediment and that residue. So I'd like you to imagine again seeing your world through the eyes of that unconditional love and peace. Go back to that city now and see it with new eyes. See it with beauty. See everyone in harmony and balance. See the children playing together. It's in that new consciousness that you have new eyes and a new experience. Because as you go back to your heart helps you to have new beliefs and new thoughts. And that's the conduit that we go through. Just take a few more moments to see that city new now that you've gone back to your heart. And the more you do this, it will get easier and it'll come faster to see and experience positive changes in your life. There's a wonderful story about a woman who had a boss that was absolutely horrible to her and everyone else in the office. And she wanted to quit her job, but she needed the money that came from that job. And she started telling a friend of hers what she was going through. And the friend told her to go to work the next day and try to see something good about this man. And the woman said to her, I'm not going to be able to find anything good about this man. There's nothing good about him. And her friend told her, well, try. And so the woman went back to work the next day. And when the boss came in, she's looking at him saying, oh, what am I going to see good? And she noticed he had a good tie on. It was a nice tie. And she decided that she was going to focus on that tie the whole day. And the next day, she looked for something else to find that was good about him. And she did this every day. And after a few weeks, she noticed that he was treating her a little differently. Now, he hadn't changed. He was treating everyone else same old horrible way. But there was a difference in the way that she was being treated. And it went on for a few more weeks. And she noticed that they were getting along. And she went back to her friend. And her friend told her, the reason this is happening is that you've gone back to your heart. You were willing to see something good in him. And you started to see through the eyes of Source. You started to see through unconditional love and peace. And because of that, the experience changed. You know, it's always been said that seeing is believing, but actually it's just the opposite. Believing is seeing. And going back to our heart and being willing to see through unconditional love and peace will help us to believe and have a brand new, beautiful experience of seeing through the eyes of Source. So it's time to come back now. And I'm going to count up from 3 to 1. And when I count 1, please open your eyes and take another deep cleansing breath. And please know that you are a perfect child of Creator Source. And there is deep and abiding love for you here always. Well, I thank you for going through this exercise with me because I find it always helps me, and I hope it helped you also. And it's something that we can always do. When we're not seeing through the eyes of God, we can go back into that stillness and affirm that we can change that in our heart and see everything beautiful. So I'd like to just tell you that if you have any questions for me and please put any comments you would like in the comments section. You can reach me at Kathy@hadobear.com. That's Kathy at HAD as in David OBEAR.com. And Hado Bear's website is hadobear.com. And you can also check our not-for-profit out at sourceofguidance.org. Hado Bear's book teaches children that we're all different, but we're all perfect just the way we are. That it's always very, very important to be kind, and that our thoughts, our words, and our beliefs are reflected back to us in our life experience. So it's important to keep them very positive. And our book can be found on Amazon and on Barnes & Noble. And on our website, it also has a link to the book. So we look forward to seeing you again. I am so glad that you were here with us today. And thank you so much for being here and for seeing through the eyes of Source.